Hello and welcome to another edition of Ultimate ARK Free DLC Edition, and we have just formally named our new Basilosaurus Dragoon. We are back on the Fjordur map, putting on my scuba gear, and we are going to put Dragoon right on straight to work. And right there is what we're after. Those jellyfish. And of course they agger right away, but of course the beauty of Dragoon, the Basilosaurus, is that he is totally immune to jellyfish stuns. And he can just swim around and gobble those jellyfish up. And he doesn't really even need to go to them. They come to him. And there it is. Heading for almost 200. Alright, and you can see Teach up there waiting for us to return. And we'll just kind of look around a little bit, and you see we've got some of that sweet biotoxin. And then there's also some bio oil there that can be used in place of oil. And we're just going to kind of swim around. And yeah, there's another Basilosaurus, but kind of low level. We want to get something at least as high as Dragoon or better if we're going to try to mate some up. But Dragoon is pretty tanky. In fact, 26 levels. A little bit of, we're going to put a little bit in stamina. A lot into health, because we want him to be a tanky boy. And let's put the rest into melee. And let's see how we do here. We're going to go after these sharks. And this, we're not going to be in the sea the whole time. In fact, not very much. Basically, Dragoon has already done his job getting the biotoxin. Oh look, there's one of those little lobsters down there. We're going to get that. We are going to get that guy, because that's a good black pearls. Oh, there's a couple of them up there. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. This is a good place to get black pearls. And let's go ahead and finish off the sharks. That's kind of what we're going to do. We just kind of fool around down here a little bit more, but basically that is the job. Job done. Not a lot of the other jellyfish around right now, but major work done. Dragoon is through getting the biotoxin, is going to enable our next stage, our next tame on the progression. We'll just go ahead and take all the pearls. Those are silica pearls. We didn't get any black pearls off that? Okay. That isn't right. We're supposed to get black pearls off those lobsters. Alright, we're going to take the raw fish meat just as a supply of meat for some of our dinos and a supply of spoiled meat for narcotics. And in case you haven't guessed, we will be put on our desert armor. I found a place right outside the base where I can get the silk needed for the desert armor, which was very handy. And desert armor it's a lot more versatile than the cloth armor. and gives a little bit more armor. Back at base and ready to go for the next phase. And looking around here, I'm trying to think if there's any tames that we missed last time. We've got some loadout mannequins that we might not have seen before. I don't know if I talked about getting the chem bench, but we did that. And the refrigerator. So we made some improvements to the base since the last time we kind of went through here. And we'll continue to make the industrial cooker and the industrial forge are the two biggies left on my wish list. I'll go ahead and split all that meat so we can get some spoiled meat going. But we are going to go ahead and make ourselves some shocking trank darts. Right there. And we'll just go ahead and make a bunch of those. Alright. Getting kind of ready to go here. We're going to take some of that cooked mutton with us, because we're going to use that for taming. And we are going to put our griffin to work. And I know I complained a little bit about how slow the griffin is. It is slow compared to the wyvern, but it is not the slowest bird, no. We're looking at the slowest bird, one of the slowest. And right there we see an Argentavis, right there, that's the one, 135. But we got a little work to do before we can get that. In the background you see we got some folks that might want to interfere with our business. Let's go ahead and use that dive on them. I don't think we did much damage there, but we're going to. That was just a level 20. This one's a little bit tankier at a 135, so I may have to take a little different angle on that one. Try the shotgun method. I don't want to shoot through my own bird's head. So yeah, we're going to clear this place out before we work on our Argy. We got to get rid of that saber tooth. And we're going to go ahead and use the shotgun to do that. And I'm kind of taking a guess there, but I'm still able to hit him. And doing, well over 100 damage, which is more than what my Griffin was doing. But that's why we got the Griffin. So we can shoot off his back. And we'll go ahead and take that meat and that hide. Alright, let's see. And there's our guy. All we've got to do is just not mess with the stego. And we should be okay. Just go up real careful like. Got him. Got her. Here we go. And remember those shocking trank darts? Now, if I was using regular darts, there is no way I would be able to knock this thing out before the net came undone. As you saw when I tried to tame the griffin, ran into problems there. But we're doing a good amount of torpor with the shocking trank darts. It's getting close. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? That's why I'm on the back of this thing in case this thing gets loose and it takes off. But nope, we got it. And so all we need to do now is give it that cooked mutton, and we can just wait for this thing to tame. And make sure nothing else gets a hold of it. Alright, been watching this bird for a while and we are getting pretty close to it, but you see in the background there, yeah, there's a Spino sniffing around here, level 95. That could pose some problems, but never mind. We are tamed. So here we are, 22 plus episodes in, and we are taming our first Argentavis. Most people would have tamed one of these things a lot earlier on, but I really didn't need to, because the Wyvern is able to pick things up, it's able to go a lot faster, it's able to do most of the things that the Argy can do. And then I went for the Griffin because I knew I was going to eventually go after an Argy and then some bigger dinos like Rexes and things like that. Being able to shoot off the back is a huge advantage. So that's why the Griffin came before the Argy. Is that a... I didn't look at that to see whether or not that was a Giga. But you see how slow that Argy is. I had to wait for it to catch up, and that was kind of the story. I was not able to keep up with the Griffin, and that is the major disadvantage of the Argy, is that they are slow. They can pick up things. They can pick up Ankies and Dodicks and other smaller dinos. But as I said, that is not the reason I decided that I was going to tame one. We'll go ahead and get that stuff, and we're going to cook that prime meat up, because I always like to have as much prime meat as I can get cooked up and making into the jerky. Just so I have that around in case I need to do a mind wipe, or for taming. You can never have too much of that stuff. And now we got quite a bit of spoiled meat, so we'll go ahead and gin up some more of those narcotics. We used up quite a few of our trank darts on that Argy, but the main use of the Argy, and we'll go ahead and name our Argy after a YouTuber that I've just kind of started watching a little bit of, Brit Tex. I think she goes by British Texan or something like that. I shorten it to Brit Tex. She's kind of an interesting YouTuber. She's does a lot of heavily modded stuff. She got all the mods, and right now she's playing on a modded map, but she's still figuring out things in ARK, and it's kind of interesting to watch people like that. And then let's go ahead and name our Tapajera Alec P. That's right, one of my commenters. If you comment, or subscribe, there is a pretty high likelihood that you're going to have a dino named after you and get a shout out in my video. That's just goes without saying, if you got this far in the video, and you can go ahead and leave a comment if you like this series. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. This one's going to be a little bit, there's not a lot going on. I'm just following the progression. The main reason we got our Argy is because we have a lot more metal down here in this cave than we do by our base. And so that's what BritTex is going to be doing, is hauling metal from these forges up until the other place, until I can get enough metal put together to get my industrial forge, and then we'll just be hauling metal. We won't be bothering to cook it down here. But right now we are going to use all the forges, cooking all the metal that we can get. So, and there you have it, that weight reduction, 50%. That's why we got the Argy, is for that reason right there. And so we're, and we can also haul other stuff. There's a weight reduction on, I think, pearls, and not wood, but crystal, I think, obsidian, things like that. So anyway, you know, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't, you don't have to. And if you like this series, go ahead and subscribe. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.